Writing is an essential skill that learners are required to successfully obtain and forms the foundation of a number of other skill sets developed throughout their education. It is imperative for students to begin acquiring writing skills from early education until fluency is achieved. Writing is a complex task that requires an understanding of several concepts that will enable learners to create meaningful texts. The following presentation demonstrates the process and underlying principles that early learners undertake whilst attaining and developing their writing skills. Furthermore, the discussion of appropriate assessment methods will demonstrate how educators not only gain an understanding of student knowledge, but how effective assessment assists in future teaching approaches. Finally, a demonstration of how to implement the discussed teaching strategies into an effective working classroom highlights the ways in which creative and liberated writers are formed and nurtured. Young children begin to develop basic knowledge about written language as a way of communication through interactions with parents or caregivers, as well as through social interactions. From an early stage, young children often obtain an understanding that written language is used to convey meaning in different situations. It is argued that student knowledge prior to schooling differs based on the community origins and cultural backgrounds. Educators who embrace cultural diversity become more successful in building bridges between home and school. Educators are encouraged to take the time to develop working relationships with their students to gain an understanding of the different experiences they may have encountered prior to their schooling. When children begin to write, it is important for them to understand the purpose and context of their writing in order to use language effectively and compose meaningful texts. Writing is a meaning-making process that develops through different stages which enhances student knowledge and creating meaning through text. There are several strategies an educator may use to assist students in developing their writing skills. Some strategies to assist learners in writing successfully include building student knowledge and the development of note-making skills. Building a student's knowledge base on a related topic allows the constant use of associated vocabulary that students can adopt to promote successful writing. Furthermore, assisting the learner to gather and organize information through the form of note-taking also promotes a skill that will encourage effective writing. According to Hayes' model of writing, students move through a series of stages as they plan, draft, revise, and edit their writing. Teaching students the process of writing assists them in gaining knowledge on how to effectively and consistently produce a high standard of written text. Students first begin to brainstorm and gather information in relation to their chosen topic. The pre-writing stage provides the foundation for students to build upon as they navigate and extend their writing. It is here that educators should focus the largest amount of time in order to facilitate effective learning and, as such, the production of high-quality writing. The second stage is the drafting of information and ideas gathered throughout the beginning stage. Throughout the drafting stage, students are encouraged to leave a line between text to ensure for adjustments, arrows, and crossouts. During the following stage, students begin to revise their work and continually review their written text by adding in extra information, deleting information, or rearranging sentences. During the revising stage, students will share their draft with an educator or peers to gain feedback. This will assist with making changes that will improve their writing. The final stage is the publishing stage. It is during this stage that students are encouraged to share their final piece of writing. Sharing work with peers empowers students and increases motivation to participate in further writing tasks. An effective educator will provide a safe and positive environment that encourages student input and participation. A classroom environment that fosters positive relationships where students can feel both physically and emotionally safe will promote students to feel comfortable when sharing their written work. Teachers and students work together to create a safe and respectful community. Following the reading wars of the 20th century, a comprehensive view of literacy combined useful concepts of both the teacher-centered and student-centered approach to create an effective overall approach. A series of scaffolding strategies will assist in achieving independence and improve writing. One strategy is modeled writing. This involves the teacher writing on the board for all students to observe and review. Modeled writing allows the students to observe correct use of letter formation, capitalization, and correct punctuation. Teachers often use the think aloud technique to share what they are thinking as they write, demonstrating how to make decisions. Another strategy is the shared writing. The teacher and students will begin creating a text together. The teacher will write the text and students will assist by spelling high-frequency words. Interactive writing is a similar activity that promotes the student and teacher to create a text together, however they share the writing element. Guided writing is a process where the teacher plans and teaches the lesson on a procedure, strategy, or skill, followed by the students completing a supervised practice activity. Finally, the independent writing stage is where students utilize the writing process to create their own text. Assessment is an integral part of both teaching and learning process as it allows the educator to monitor students. Effective assessment will identify student capabilities and knowledge of effective language use. Classroom assessment allows educators to make modifications to teaching instructions according to student needs. Teachers use a variety of assessment tools when assessing writing skills. Observation, conferences, rubrics, and checklists are all accurate ways to obtain an understanding of student knowledge. When creating an assessment, it is imperative to ensure elements of the curriculum are clearly stated and addressed. It is imperative educators constantly collect evidence over the course to correctly evaluate student achievement. Monitoring student progress is a vital element to the learning and teaching process. In order to make appropriate instructional decisions, educators will monitor student work and behavior to make adjustments when required. Educators will collect draft copies and keep on file to monitor the development of student writing. Additionally, providing students with opportunities to complete self-assessment tasks such as checklists promotes learner responsibility and allows them to identify their own strengths and weaknesses. An effective teacher will develop rubrics or scoring cards that assess the quality of writing. Rubrics make the analysis of writing simpler and the assessment process more consistent. The assessment and evaluation of learners' writing is not only imperative to monitor student progress, but also identifies their strengths and weaknesses, which in turn assists in the educator in further instructional processes. The effective literacy educator may embrace several strategies and approaches to facilitate and encourage the development of writing skills within their classroom environment. A positive learning environment will assist students in acquiring writing skills. An effective classroom will allow writers to explore their capabilities as well as present opportunities for growth. The classroom setting will encourage students to be engaged in a variety of activities. In order for students to reach their full writing potential, a variety of elements can be considered to enhance the learning environment, which ensures student comfort. Classroom layout is a distributing factor that can affect student opportunities to learn. Creating spaces where students can write with little disruption, the use of word walls, dictionaries, spelling books, and access to a variety of other papers and writing prompts are all tools which promote writing skills within the classroom. The availability of ICT adds to the attractiveness of a classroom and adds to the encouragement of developing literacy skills. Allowing students to develop ICT skills will assist in further schooling and contribution to society. Computer-based technologies influence learning opportunities and promote participation for a variety of children. The classroom should provide access to a range of technologies to create a powerful learning environment. Another strategy educators may use is creating writing workshops within the classroom that focus purely on writing tasks. During the workshop process, students are encouraged to develop their ideas from pre-writing to publication. Writing centers are another effective strategy to promote the acquisition of writing skills. Writing centers are often used for younger students to create a foundation that promotes writing and provides the opportunity for students to attempt to draw, create letters, or compile mini-books. Creating a literacy-rich environment through simple tasks such as labeling images provides opportunities for students to interact with literacy materials. A successful educator will nurture and assist all learners in becoming efficient and effective writers. Implementing the demonstrated strategies such as modeled writing, shared, and guided writing are all helpful ways to promote students in acquiring writing skills. An effective educator will use assessment strategies that will assist student progress as well as influence further teaching instructions. A combination of the two, plus creating a positive learning environment, offers children the best opportunity to obtain writing skills required.